Hello, hello, everybody. Happy almost Friday. Get my slides pulled up here and share my screen. All right. Should be good to go. All right, as everybody's jumping on, welcome everybody to today's live webinar session. I'm so glad that all of you took the time to join us today. On today's webinar session, we're breaking down the top social media platforms and trends in 2025, so you know what to carry over in your 2026 social strategy. I've always loved social media marketing. That was actually my first marketing gig. I was social media marketing intern. And as many of us do, I ended up wearing many other hats that summer beyond just social media. I was a sophomore. It was my sophomore year in my undergrad at University of Louisiana at Monroe. So if I have anybody in Louisiana tuning in, let me know in the question box. In fact, I want, as everybody's kind of chiming in and pouring in, I would love everybody to test out their chat box, the question box, and let me know where you're tuning in from. And then also, if you want to drop what you're looking forward to for Christmas plans or where you're traveling to for Christmas, I would love to know that as well. And I'll call out a few responses. Oregon, hi all. I hope your day's going well too. We got Texas, Findlay, Ohio, go Bucks. I actually moved from, I'm now located in Dallas or Frisco, Texas, but I moved from Columbus. So Michigan, oof, rivals, Ohio, Michigan. Alabama, that's where my dad's side of the family is from. Cleveland, I'm actually going there this weekend to visit my friend for her birthday. So I'm preparing for the cold, got lots of jackets packed. Wyoming, Pennsylvania. I'm also going to Erie, Pennsylvania this weekend. Canada, welcome. Buffalo, New York. Oh, I bet it's so cold. Texas, hello, fellow Texans. We got another Canada, California. Wow. Ohio State. Jacksonville, Florida. We got another Florida from Tampa, New Jersey, Canton, Ohio. Wow, we got a lot of Ohioans. Let's go. Minnesota. Yeah, if you guys have any plans to travel for Christmas, would love to also know as you're testing out the question box. Michigan, 26 degrees. Ooh, I am not ready to go back to the cold. I think it's in the 60s here in Frisco, Texas. Me and my dad were joking about, me living in Ohio for 5 years, coming back down south. Seasons. We started laughing because we were golfing at the end of November. And it was 70 degrees. Vermont, Florida. Welcome everybody. I love seeing that we all come from different areas of the world all together to come and learn how to improve and crush social media in 2026. I'm so excited to have you all. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, few housekeeping notes before we get started. This webinar will be recorded, so there's no need to take any notes today. If you want to run it back, all the materials will be emailed to you directly into your inbox. And that will include copies of the slides and the recording. And this recording will also be posted on WordStream and Local IQ's YouTube channels if you want to check it out there. And lastly, do not forget to engage in the question box with feedback throughout this entire session. I've got a lot of good stuff for you guys, and I'm really curious to know what your social media strategy looks like today and what you're carrying into 2026 as we go through all the content. And then also we'll have a live Q&A at the end of the session if you want to hold your questions till the end. And so just want to make sure that we all know who Local IQ is. So some of you may already be working with us and know us that way. Some of you might be totally new joining us today, and that's awesome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And some of you might be familiar with us through our thought leadership brand, WordStream, by Local IQ, could be USA Today Network. And we're so happy to have everybody join here. So let's get on the same track. Local IQ is an all-in-one digital marketing platform designed to attract and retain your ideal customers. We have AI optimization technology that leverages data from millions of historical successful campaigns and from over 1,500 verticals. But we're not just a platform. We have a personalized approach with real people support from local markets experts to help you grow your business faster. We are an award-winning partner with all the major ad platforms. In fact, we actually were just awarded from the Business Intelligence Group Product of the Year. We are very proud to be leaders in the industry for our AI innovation, driving results, and saving time for businesses all over. So as you look at these beautiful badges, this is something that, granted, not every marketing platform out there can have. It only goes to businesses that have clear success for marketing campaigns and their customers, displaying thought leadership in the field, and meeting those rigorous requirements for each platform. We would love for you to stay connected with us if you're not already. We are on all the major social media platforms. Visit our website and our blog across WordStream and Local IQ. And a little bit about me. I am today's webinar host, Alexandra Howard. I am the brand manager of Local IQ. I've been here for almost 3 years now. And as far as my background goes, 8 years in marketing and brand management, and I have a master's in executive management. I did my undergrad in Louisiana at University of Louisiana Monroe, and then did some grad school up at Ashland University in Ohio. My background is across the board. I have dabbled in sales. I have been a paid social media marketing specialist, building out end-to-end campaigns from ideation, execution, to managing social teams. That has led me here today. And I am based out of Dallas, Texas. If you guys want to stay connected with me, I would love to. Or if you want to have any questions for me after the webinar, if you want to connect on any of what we covered today, add me on LinkedIn. Easiest way to find me is my middle name, which is pronounced Iria. That comes from my 3 generations on my mother's side, Finland. Pop quiz. If you've joined our sessions before, you know that we love to pitch you with a good icebreaker pop quiz to see full check, to make sure you're still there and engaging and tuned in. And I've got a lot of pop quizzes for you guys, so I think you're in for a treat today. This one's going to be easy, just a simple yes or no in the question box. Did you use AI for social media marketing this year? And then I just kind of want to get a feel in the chat box. So yeah, if you use AI for your social media marketing this year, drop yes or no. And this could be, for example, for copywriting, brainstorming, content posts, ideas, creative design, AI voiceovers, reporting, social listening, lead gen, tons of ways to use it. And we've got a ton of yeses pouring in, which is great. A couple no's here and there, but majority overall, we're seeing a lot of yeses, which is great. I mean, it's ever evolving, and you know, we have to utilize it as a tool because it is really helpful. All right, copy and brainstorming. I see some video creation. I've seen Google's new update, and it's quite something. Brainstorming content, social listening tool. Okay. Okay, so we got a majority that is actually currently using AI. Now, as we roll into the overall agenda for today, we're going to cover the most popular social media channels in 2025. Then we're going to break down each platform on what the best fits for, as far as audience, what the best tactics were, and then we'll roll into some thought starters so you can carry that with you in thinking forward in 2026. And then we'll do our live Q&A. Okay, breaking down social media channels popularity in 2025. First, let's look at social media's scale. We've got some big numbers here. So, over almost 4 billion social media users worldwide, and 223 million of those users are in the US. And these users are spending an average of 2.5 hours a day on social media. I don't know about you, but I am a person that doesn't like to stay and doom scroll. So I have actually set like limits on my Instagram to tell me if I've hit like an hour a day. Do I bypass that sometimes? Yes, but seems like social media is definitely, it's continuing to expand across all platforms. We've even got some new channels that entered the game and redefined social media this year and going into 2026. Looking at the most popular social media platforms for marketers, we have the top 4 winners are Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, with Facebook continuing to reign champion year over year. When looking over at this content, we noticed that Snapchat actually took a drop off of the grid, and Threads, which is Instagram's or Meta's version of Twitter, has entered the game at number 7. We see TikTok climbing the ladder, and then we have Twitter coming in, and then your top 4. But don't worry, we're going to narrow it down a little bit for each of these platforms and see what each is best fit for. So, starting at the top of the list, we're going to start with number 1, Facebook. So, Facebook is great for local marketing. It's right up there with Google. It's right up there with Google My Business as one of the top local business directories. 60% of Facebook users visit local business pages at least once a week. I know I do. Anytime that I really want to find something about a local business, maybe their hours, or if they're doing any like specials, happy hours, whatever it may be, I actually head straight to Facebook and look at their business profile. And I mean, it's not a huge surprise thinking that this is like right next to Google My Business, because you've got descriptions, categories, price range that you can list, contact info, photos to be more human and showcase your environment or your people or your brand or your product, call to action buttons, reviews, instant messaging. This place has incredible information that's really useful. So be sure to promote your page and use it to build relationships, keep customers updated, and connect with your local community. And you're going to increase user visits and visibility with it. Speaking of, Facebook is an awesome place for community and relationship building. Many people often use the business page to check announcements or store closing, sales, like I just said. And if you use pages like this, your customers and close followers will know to check your page frequently, and they won't have to worry as much about showing up in their feed, right? So then you cater your posts to quality traffic that you're getting to your page, and sparking discussions, engaging with individuals in comments, the community group forums. That was my friend actually the other day, when we were trying to find out a traffic report, she said, oh, I'm going to check the Facebook group. And I was like, huh. But jumping on Facebook Live during maybe a live event to showcase, that's really great for engagement, answering questions through direct messaging and more. But building a strong online community is a great way to grow your business. And of course, Facebook is great for paid advertising. Thanks to its size and targeting capabilities, Facebook is tied with Google as the top digital advertising platform. Facebook ads can reach up to almost 37% of the adult population, the highest percentage of all social media platforms. And if we're talking cost, in terms of cost, the average cost per lead on Facebook is $27 compared to $70 CPL for Google search. The average Facebook user clicks on 12 ads per month, So if your goal is integrated growth, speaking of comparison with Google search ads and Facebook, you're in great company. So you can advertise directly on Facebook, or like many of us on the call, you can utilize partnerships like LogoIQ to unify Google and social so that your budget works in a single engine instead of the scattered parts. Looking at the top industries on Facebook, and this is based on lead ad objective, and this could be anything that has to do with form fills, signups, or anything that leads directly to a conversion event. Restaurant and food with a stunning 18.25% average conversion rate is taking the lead. The overall average conversion rate for Facebook ads is 7.72%. And I think with restaurant and food taking this really awesome conversion rate is to be a reflection of local targeting, could be direct order links or even restaurant form fills for reservations. I'm always seeing DoorDash ads on my Facebook feed trying to get me to sign up for the DoorDash Pass loyalty discount program. And I will admit, I use DoorDash often, so this is a perfect example of retargeting ads done right. So at number 2, we have attorneys and legal services, followed by education and instruction and real estate. I told you that I'm going to sprinkle in a lot of these pop quizzes to make sure you're still with me. So which social media platform do you think has the highest average engagement rate? And I'm going to see what the responses are. Do you think it is Facebook? Do you think it's Instagram, LinkedIn? It could be TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube. Let me know in the question box. Okay, I've seen a couple of Facebooks, Instagram, TikTok. Lots of TikToks. Okay. I mean, that is an incredibly growing, like really fast TikTok is. Facebook, Instagram, seeing a lot of Meta. Okay, finally got a LinkedIn. Facebook. Okay, I think the majority is leaning towards Facebook based on just quick glance at immediate feedback. So, drum roll please. It is actually Instagram. Instagram continues to be the best social network for businesses looking to build an engaged social following. In Q1, it is consistently quoted as the highest average engagement rates across all industries. Number 2, we got LinkedIn. Number 3, TikTok climbed the ladder, like some of you were engaging in the comments for. And we got Twitter and Facebook for engagement. So let's talk about it. Let's recap how marketers are capturing the high engagement rates on Instagram. Local influencer marketing. So Insta is a top choice for marketer influencer budgets, but the focus is on targeting locally. So currently, the shift away from influencers with millions of followers and more towards local influencers or micro influencers. While there's still a market for those mega influencers, as they grow in popularity, they start to lose some of that reliability, the authenticity, and even trust. I'm seeing it all across my feed lately, and yeah. So that is a big reason why more marketers are shifting away and putting their influence marketing investments in local. So, and to cap this platform pro, I bet you wouldn't guess that the smaller brands on Instagram actually get the highest engagement rate on Instagram Reels. I actually was very taken back by that stat. Social Insider just released that study and found that brands with around 1,000 to 5,000 followers have the highest reel views at 20%, and then accounts with around 5K to 10K, they come next with the view rate of around 10%, and then even larger accounts with over 100,000 followers still see a decent view rate around 4%. Of course, Instagram is amazing for organic engagement, paid and also organic engagement. Instagram's a great platform for this with customers and potential customers. Not only does Insta have the highest organic engagement rate, lead with a solid 9.4 average, this platform also holds the highest organic reach of all social media platforms. So some ways to increase the organic engagement on your Instagram include tagging your business location, using polls or questions in your stories, and taking advantage of the brand collaborative posts. And yes, so Instagram is actually now one of your friends in the world of SEO and AI generative search. Now that Instagram's content is actually included in Google search results, strategically placing keywords or queries in your bio, throughout your captions, and especially in alt tags of your creatives is solid best practices. Now, while all these tactics are great and they work really well, I want to emphasize with Instagram that consistency is key on platform and also off the platform to actually grow significantly with this tool. So keyword stuffing, alt tags is not a solution. Consistent quality over quantity builds that trust when you're consistent with that quality content. And maintaining active outreach and that brand presence it takes up a lot of time, And so bottom line, consistent content strategy it can get pretty complex. And so we've got SEO and social media specialists who live and breathe this stuff. And they can show you what's working, what's not, and where to steer your strategy next. So you don't even have to. A/B testing. Instagram has recently just released this new A/B test tool called Trial Reels. So this is whenever you create a video, this is only shown to non-followers. And the reason for it is to test content to expand your niche and your reach, to see what audience you can generate engagement from, or you may unlock a new pool that you never even thought about, including in your original marketing target. So encourage definitely to use Instagram for A/B testing. And of course, Instagram is great for video ads. So Instagram Reels are capturing the highest reach and engagement among all other media types. And this platform holds significant buyer influence, with 61% of its users opening Instagram to find their next purchase, which that kind of blew me away. But not really, because today's preferred content is short form video. And paired with Meta's diverse ad placements and targeting across Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp app, and the other Meta-owned apps, if Instagram Reels are not already a part of your strategy or paid social media, I highly suggest adding this to your 2026 marketing goals and strategy overall. And to cap the value of this slide, despite rising ad costs that we're seeing across all marketing channels, CPC and CPL for this ad type are significantly lower comparable to Google Ads. And this is also where my rule of thumb with the full scope of consistency comes back into play. So ad retargeting is super valuable on this platform. Users, with it leading engagement and reach more than any other social media platform, users who engage with your content on Instagram, including paid ads, can be added to your audience list or later targeted with an irrelevant high interest in your Google search ads. And when they are actively searching, and so this can synchronize your spend across both platforms. We're going to look at the top industries. What are the demographics looking at for Instagram? I find these stats very interesting. It goes back to why Instagram gained traction and became number 2 for most popular on social media. It has a vast variety of industries, all finding success on Instagram. And the broadness of these statistics, to me, really emphasize how important it is to have a tailored strategy and to own your own industry and business so that it doesn't get lost in all of the others. So Overall, higher education, sports, and nonprofits were top performing. Highest reach generated was electronics, technology, and the food and beverage. Highest engagement, tech, office supplies, and automotive. And while every industry can find success at this platform, truly, but not every industry can use the same strategy. And I say that, giving you one more pop quiz. What is your favorite social media platform to use? And this could be for personal use. It doesn't have to be for your business or for advertising. I just want to know, what is your personal social media? What's your personal favorite? I'm seeing a lot of Instagram, YouTube. I'm actually becoming a big fan of YouTube too. I feel like that is kind of starting to replace my streaming. TikTok, Reddit. Thank you. I'm now officially converted to a Redditor. I like Reddit a lot, which we're going to cover shortly. Instagram, got a couple Twitters pouring in here. Facebook, okay, MySpace. Oh my gosh, those were the days. Okay, I feel like we're pretty spread even across Instagram. Oh, we've got more Reddit. Instagram, Facebook, I think is taking majority of it. So let's roll into the next channel. We're covering YouTube. YouTube is popular for the entertaining and educational product content, sponsored influencers, and long-form videos. YouTube is #2 largest search engine in the world, and the average user spends around 49 minutes on the platform every single day. YouTube is great for product marketing. So this year, YouTube's advertising took up much more space than past events. We saw new features like product carousels, direct links from Shopify. It's transforming YouTube into a direct sales channel. And because of that, a stronger emphasis from Google on driving measurable conversions directly from video content, not just brand awareness. And so we'll now start to see interactive video ads now available, shoppable shorts, and the great addition to advertisers. And since Google says about 45% of short users are not like TikTok. So it's good to see that there's still that segmented, differentiated audience with the YouTube platform. And video marketing looks to boost conversion rates by 80%, engaging viewers with compelling product demos. And so really what all this means for your overall strategy and positioning your brand in either paid or organically on YouTube is focus on quality input. So this means higher quality landing pages and diverse, compelling creative assets, and clear, measurable conversion goals are prominent. Moving on to everyone's favorite business yearbook, LinkedIn. As professional and business-based social media network, I should hope that LinkedIn is the best for B2B marketing. LinkedIn makes up for over half of all social traffic to B2B websites and blogs. There are over 61 million senior-level influencers and 65 million decision makers on LinkedIn. And 80% of B2B leads come from LinkedIn. So it's also great for employee advocacy, encouraging your employees to organically promote the brand. And one way to do this is to build a LinkedIn company profile. And this includes your teams and features your posts, your product pages, and job postings, lots more. And I mean, it's a great way to humanize your business and attract top talent. LinkedIn is great for organic engagement, and we're seeing that on our end too. So it's no Instagram, but the organic engagement rate is double than Facebook, surprisingly. But it also makes sense. So people use this platform specifically for businesses, networking purposes, but LinkedIn has definitely leaned in more towards the humanized side of marketing. Much more candid. I'm seeing like a lot more emotional engagement, professionals sharing real life experiences, challenging opinions in the comments, and even calling people out. I feel like it's much more of a community feel and rich opportunities to connect on a genuine level, while also staying professional, right? And I also think this platform is incredible for capturing brand loyalty through high quality, original content. And so that makes sense why 95% of B2B content marketers use LinkedIn as an organic marketing channel. The LinkedIn audience is trusted professionals, and they're looking to form relationships, so naturally has a lesser amount of spam and fewer fake accounts, which would lead to being more of a trusted source of content and contributing on to that higher engagement. It's definitely a more dialed-in audience for sure. On our end, the top performing creative that is driving engagement and click-through rates for us for top performing carousels. Carousels have really been essential to us seeing our impressive engagement rates month over month and also our click-through rates. And then also we're now seeing the video shorts now start to trend into LinkedIn. Very much looking forward to see as that continues to grow and develop in the platform. Lastly, LinkedIn is really great for long-form content. Actually, on our end, one of our top performing posts for 2025 is we directly posted an article to LinkedIn. And you can do this on your personal business profile, or you can also do this on your business pages. But we saw incredible reach and engagement rates when utilizing this long-form content tool and within LinkedIn. So these article posts typically tend to be about like 2,000 words, and they receive the most engagement, views, likes, comments, and shares. And it ties back to being that more dialed-in audience, right? Users aren't jumping to LinkedIn to casually scroll. Well, I mean, majority aren't. I do. But they're actively seeking more educational, informative information. And that's the last stat showed us, and they stay and they stop and they take time to read. It's no wonder why the long-form content thrives on LinkedIn. Top industries across LinkedIn. The most popular categories are IT, hospital and health, construction, retail, and education management. And in particularly, it actually makes up 4% of all of the profiles on LinkedIn. So moving on to, just kidding, pop quiz. And this is the last one, I promise. Okay, so what creative type was the most consistent in your top performing social post? Was this, did you see reels, that short form video content perform the best consistently overall this year? Did you see carousels perform consistently the best? Infographics? Was it stats? Long form video content? Even podcasts. I watch a lot of video podcasts, and I feel like that is definitely a trending creative and form of content. Videos, reels. Okay, yeah, everybody's chiming in on the reels. Okay, got my carousel. Yeah, I mean, on our end, we did see that reels and carousels, they definitely drive our engagement and all of our metrics up month over month. Reels, carousel most, followed by humor on reels. Yes, the emotional aspect of content is definitely, it makes an impact. Reels, okay. Looks like majority is saying that video is taking the cap. So why not go next to TikTok? That is the trending platform on this short form video content. So TikTok is great for e-commerce. It is slowly climbing the ladder as one of the best platforms for e-commerce sales. So it seamlessly moves users from viewing content to making purchases without leaving the app. So it's got a native in-app experience marketplace, shoppable content, and TikTok is now included in Google search results. So now you're going to see content, video content specifically, including stories and actual posts, short form videos from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Probably more, but yes, the Google SRPs are definitely expanding with more of this creative content. 62% of TikTokers use this platform to find product reviews and recommendations. TikTok usage among social media marketers has increased 15% year over year. And the verticals driving in this platform right now are, of course, retail with e-commerce being here, and then finance, tech, and auto. And also, I think a really good perk here from the TikTok advertising perspective, their targeting advertising is great. Offers various ad formats and targeting options to reach specific audience that are likely to buy. It's great for entertainment, and emotional content. So TikTok ranks the highest average time spent among social platforms in the US. So the average doom scroller is at an average of 52 minutes, and based on content type being entertainment and emotional, that makes sense. 60% of these users, their main reason for going to the platform is to find funny or entertaining videos. Other reasons include inspiration, self-expression, trend updates, socializing, and nearly 50% of the best performing ads on TikTok actually have emotional drive to them. Makes sense. I actually fell for one on Instagram that really, it just did not come off as an ad. It was very humanized, very emotionally driven. It tricked me, got me. And then I've also been tricked on TikTok as well. In fact, I think T-Mobile's recent social media campaign, very good, very good. Did not even come off as an ad, just very humanized, very emotionally pulling driven. So, because yeah, TikTok users want to feel good. They come out to the platform to feel silly, creative, spending time on it to watch differences between top emotions, and 71% of social media users feel that the net positive emotions when using this app. All right, so TikTok is really great platform for your SEO and brand marketing. Very good complementary. So over 2 in 5 Americans use TikTok as a search engine. What I found really interesting was 52% of US adults on TikTok have never posted a video on the platform. They're strictly just going there to either, continue their doom scroll, or they're going there to research products or a topic. So viral or highly engaging TikTok content creates massive brand awareness. And when users see products on TikTok, they often turn to Google to search for the brand name, the product name, or a specific phrase. So 72% of marketers are increasing their investment in TikTok in 2026, and that's behind Instagram and YouTube, because TikTok creates the demand and interest. I need a viral insert product here, but Google search ads then captures the demand when the user takes that next step to search for it. The most active industries that are, and this is as far as posting activity, most active industries are leading with arts and entertainment, automotive, and beauty and personal care. And as far as it goes from the influencer engagement rate, in what segment what segment influencer marketing is doing the best on, sports. Sports is excelling in influencer marketing on TikTok. And I'm so excited to discuss this platform. Let's talk Reddit. Okay. Reddit is good for real experiences and honest recommendations. So the internet is full of opinions. But if you want to know what people really think about products, brands, trends, or industries, Reddit is where you'll find the unfiltered truth. That trust extends to brands. 90% of users say that they trust Reddit to learn about products and brands. and 27% of Redditors are more likely to buy a product they see advertised on Reddit versus other platforms, which I found very interesting because this platform, some people, you have to tackle it right and the right approach, because if you come and you try to present spam and really salesy content on this, Redditors will call you out and they will. Sometimes they're not the nicest. So approaching this in a very authentic way, or even best practice. So in these subreddits, which are topics, let's say, for example, we'll go to the automotive, and somebody's got a question about a certain spec, or maybe performance on a vehicle that just came out into the market. Anybody just wants to share their experiences on it. Well, let's say your automotive dealership can jump in there and not try to sell them, hey, come to our dealership, but you can say, oh, hey, actually, this is the feedback we've gotten. Just provide educational and helpful, genuine support and information. I think that's a great practice, because that not only increases your brand awareness, but it positions your brand as an expert and trusted resource, not trying to get a conversion like instantly on this platform from them, but building trust and just trying to be helpful. Reddit's reach a niche and wide audience. So Reddit is the third most visible website in the results page on Google, and quadrupled the traffic it got from Google this past year. When you search how to question on Google, and you'll see that discussion and forums section high up on the SERPs featuring Reddit content. So many searchers have even adapted Reddit to their queries and find human-created content and avoid the AI-generated answers on result pages. All this means that if you're one giving these answers on Reddit, you could push past other links on Google SERP and drive a lot of traffic from the site. So looking at the Redditors demographics. So it definitely skews to a younger audience. Millennials and Gen Z make up 73% of the total users on the platform. And it comes as no surprise that subredditor categories or topics people visit the most often relate directly to this. So top 3 categories is entertainment, pop culture, memes, humor, technology, though, has really made an increased influence this year. And remember, even though, as we look at this pie chart here, even though only about 12% of Redditors are business users, that still represents 1 million people, or millions actually, millions of people, whatever industry you're in, and there's probably a community for you. So I was surprised by the career diversity, those surveyed with Reddit's latest annual report. The top 3 industries were technology, real estate, healthcare, and life sciences. All right. And unfortunately, we're coming to a close, and I really hope you guys enjoyed wrapping up these all the 2025 social media tactics and this channel. So going into some thought starters to take with you. For your 2026 social media playbook, this is what you need to know. Do not do it all. Can does not mean you should. Your brand may not align with content types or attributions of every social media platform, and that's okay. I would definitely narrow down maybe to your top 3 top performing social media platforms, and just really hyper focus on that and stay consistent. And know your audience. Know who you want to speak to outside of the platform's primary user base. And going back to my keyword consistency that I sprinkled all throughout this presentation with you guys, it is key. Data will tell you where to focus. So using reporting tools or leaning on specialists to find out what is working and stick to it, and then what's not, remove it, and where to steer your strategy next. And I'm just gonna pop up this you'll see it pop up into your screen. I know that was a lot of information, so I would love to connect with you afterwards to kind of get more granular or, personally, try and grow your social media strategy. So if you're ready to register or ready to master your social and more with the free digital marketing assessment, you can go ahead and click the box, or no thanks, you can take your chances. But we got some pretty good experts on the team that would love to explore what social channels and the tactics are actually best fit for you in 2026. And while everybody is chiming into that poll, I will go ahead and open it up for live Q&A. So, questions to wrap us up in these last few minutes. Thank you all again so much for joining today's session. I really appreciated all your time and all the feedback. Goodness gracious, you guys did a number on the comment section or the question box. Thank you so much. And I will definitely comb through and read some of the questions that you dropped throughout the presentation and some of the feedback. Let's see. Oh gosh, you guys have a lot coming in. For an annual running event with our main participants age range between 39 to 54, should I put an extra focus on Instagram? I would. I truly think, again, we just covered that Instagram is the platform for the highest engagement rates and your reach. And there's a diverse audience. Facebook, I also think, definitely if you're going to run ads, especially for this event, you get the reach of both Facebook and Instagram, right? But if you're just trying to organically promote, I do think that your content and promotion can have significant reach on Instagram as well with this demographic. Does the IG, let me see what this is. Does the IG trail reel match to Google Ads A/B testing, performance tracking, and monitoring? No. So Meta is a different platform from Google Search Ads. Now, unless you partner with Local IQ, of course, where we bring all of your marketing into one seamless, unified approach, cross-channel, where you can see an all-in-one platform the reporting, you can see performance, you can monitor your costs, your budgets across different channels. But yes, so those are separate platforms. You cannot do that unless you partner with somebody or have a tool to bring it all together. Let's see. I wish I could answer every single one of your questions. Thank you so much for this. Moving forward into 2026, what creatives would you prioritize for carousels or short form video? And what's your best advice on video creation? This is a great question. So yes, now we have a lot of tools that are advancing in templates and video creation. Even in platform, they have a lot of templates that can help you save time and help you create video content. But I actually just came across a stat the other day that said people are actually still hiring video professionals and developers and producers to make their video content because, again, going back to consistency, it's video content development and producing takes time. It is so time consuming. And so they're actually outsourcing to other agencies or experts to help them to maintain their video content across social platforms. So that's a great question. I mean, carousels and reels, diversify your content. Don't just say like reels is the only source of truth that's going to, drive your metrics up every month. I would diversify it. I think it's okay. It's a strong, impactful, static, creative, quality over quantity. I think that could work too. Let's see. Oh my goodness, so many questions. I promise I'm going to come through. Not all, I won't get the chance to come through all of them, but okay, thanks for taking time for Reddit. Would you recommend creating a user with a business name or try to stay more anonymous? So, I, maybe, actually, you know what I would advise? I would advise that you maybe create a personal and just kind of scope out the landscape, see how Redditors engage with business brands, and how business brands are engaging with Reddit users. I would just research kind of how that looks in platform, but then and then carry over those best practices where you do see the businesses engaging in a helpful, informative way, educational way, in the comments, or you do see an ad that people are actually engaging positively in comments with. Add that down to the strategy because there definitely has to be a very authentic approach to this platform, or your brand can get burned. So I would just scope out for your specific industry, kind of go look at some of the brands and how they're engaging with users. And then when you're ready to launch and you think you can duplicate, if not do better, then I would dive in with your business name profile. I'm sorry, I wish I had time to get to every single one of these questions. Okay, let's see. What would be the best social media platform for law? So I believe this law came up in as number 2 for top on 2 of the social media platforms we covered. I believe Instagram was one of them, or Facebook. It was one of the meta platforms where it was top performing. It was Facebook. So now that this slide deck will be directly sent to your inbox, go back and review those slides, and we have a beautiful chart that is actually breaking down industries and what their conversion rate looks like on Facebook and Instagram ads. So definitely take a look back at the slide deck once we end this presentation and you get this wrapped in your inbox. All right, guys, I wish I could answer every question. I want to thank you all for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for wrapping up the year with us. Hope everybody has a happy holiday, and we'll check back here next year. Thanks, everyone.